So I need a haircut, like pretty bad. And I have a zit on my nose right there, so don't look at it. But anyways, excuse the lighting in the background. The sun is like coming and going and it's like annoying the fuck out of me. But anyway, the topic for today's video is going to be, when is it justified to buy a fragrance that is expensive? I know the term expensive is subjective, you know, $20 for a fragrance might be outrageous to some people. Or 100 might just be like the norm. For me, when I buy a new fragrance, it's like not at the discounters. I'm expecting to probably pay $120. But on the higher end of things, if I'm like really treating myself, I know that I'll probably be spending closer to like 200, maybe a little bit more. And I never feel good about doing that. I never feel good about spending $250 on a bottle of juice, you know? But to some people, that's just normal. It's a part of their regular budget. Sorry, I just like woke up literally like 30 minutes ago. But I was gonna make this video yesterday, but I just didn't. But anyway, I think you shouldn't feel bad for spending money on something that makes you feel good. Like, say there's a fragrance that you smelled and it had this nostalgic quality to it, or something about it just made you feel really rejuvenated, or it just makes you feel special when you wear it, and you had like a small sample of it or something, or somebody gave you like a little bit of their bottle that they had left over or something, and like it always just made you feel special or reminded you of something or someone, but you couldn't afford it, so you saved up for it and you were able to buy a full bottle for, like, let's just say it was $300. Now you've spent a large sum of money on a bottle of fragrance. To someone that might be silly, like, oh my god, you could have spent that on so many other things, but this was like something that was special to you, but it was a lot of money. That's one of the occasions I think it'd be justified to spend that much money on a fragrance like that. Or if like you're a fragrance like creator, like a content creator, and it's just like a part of your job to like review fragrances, and like you have all this money to spend on said fragrances, and like I could understand that. But there's nothing wrong with having like a collection of things you're proud of owning, and like these are just things that you're interested in. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think nowadays, like, there's like this weird like push for like you needing to buy like all these popular things because like it's just trendy to have like all the Parfums de Marly fragrances, but like those fragrances are like $300. Like, who has $300 to just spend on one fragrance, let alone the whole line of fragrances, you know? And I'm just using that as an example, really. But like, a niche quality fragrance, or a niche fragrance brand is really just meant for like a certain type of person. And I think as like people that like fragrances, we kind of like, we want to be on that level of like able to purchase these fragrances, but we know like we probably just shouldn't, because we can't afford them. Like, I can't afford niche fragrances. I just can't. But every once in a while I'll buy like a designer fragrance, you know, like maybe like once a month or something. But I primarily stick to like just lower end price of fragrances, you know, because like I'm not rich, you know, and I don't think the normal, I make videos for people that are just normal, you know, the normal person. Now, people that are rich and have a crazy collection of these colognes, like, that might just be what they spend all their money on, you know, or they just have a lot of money somehow, but I just don't have it. But like this push to own all these popular fragrances just because they're popular and you have to buy them, but then that just gives you like the more of a reason to increase the price. Like, you're gonna buy it anyways because they know you're falling victim to the hype and needing to like fit in with like buying all these fragrances just because like an influencer said that it was good. Now you have to go and spend $300 on it. It's like, I don't know. I could never be like that, you know? Like, there's some things that I'll try and like I'll really like, Like for instance, like a Mancera fragrance, like they're not super expensive, like maybe $100 and something, but they're like quality stuff, and I guess they would be considered a niche brand. But anything more than that, like I remember when I was like kind of new into fragrances, I would go to like Sephora and like in like fragrance outlets and stuff, and I would spend the retail price on these fragrances. And I remember once I spent like $200 on something. I don't even freaking remember what it was. I think it was like, I don't even remember, but like spending $200 on something that you can get extremely cheaper online just makes no sense to me. But then I think there's like this type of person out there that thinks they need to like flex on people, like, oh, it don't make a difference to me, it don't make a dent at all, like I'll just go and I'll just drop some money on this shit because money doesn't matter, you know. I'm just gonna go buy this, and like that's just foolish to like drop. That's just foolish, I think. You know, you have to be smarter with your money. But just like trying to prove, like I think buying these fragrances and shit is like trying to prove something to someone. But I'm not saying that's like the only reason. Like I know there's high quality shit out there that does cost a premium price. But you just have to be like smarter about it. Like ask yourself, do I really freaking need this? Like when I can get the same smell for $30 from a cologne house. It's like, it just like, I don't understand like the pricing, you know? And like, you know, like it only costs them $1 or something, or $5 to actually make the product itself. You're literally just paying like a 90% increase just for the name brand. I think name brand shit is stupid. Like crazy designer prices is really stupid. You know, when you could spend like, I'm just like looking at all these people's like these content creators, and like I'm looking at their wall of fragrances. Like I have a large collection, but I don't have a fucking wall of fragrances. You know, who needs a wall? Because like even if every single one of these fragrances are special to them, how much use and value are you getting out of these fragrances when you have a wall of them? You know what I mean? Like if it's special to you, how much use, how special can it really be if you wear it once a freaking year or 2 years, you know? And I'm just thinking like, look at all the freaking cologne on this person's wall. And like, I'm just thinking like what they could have done with that money. You know, like going on a trip, you know, maybe they're just so wealthy that it doesn't even matter to them. They can go on trips and do anything they want and buy all unlimited fragrances. You know, I'm just, I don't know. I'm broke, I guess. But anyway, I'm not broke because I'm in a position of, I'm privileged enough to be able to spend money on fragrances. And I know some people out there aren't. They can't afford, you know, a $20 bottle, you know, like they wish they could. But then there's just people that are just like so ridiculous with their spending. It's like when is buying a fragrance that's $300 justified, $200 justified? And I honestly think maybe once or maybe never. I don't know. If it's really, really special to you, then yeah, do it. And if it makes you feel good, then it's worth. No price is enough for like making you feel really, really good, truly good on the inside for owning this. But then once you have like a fucking like 20 or 30 bottles of something that costs $300, it's like, what are we doing? You could have bought a house with that, you know? You could have bought a new car with that. But I mean, I guess I'm just naive to the fact that there's people out there that are just like filthy fucking rich. So anyway, yeah, that was just something I was thinking about recently. I kind of just was like talking in circles there a little bit. I'm just trying to like get these thoughts out in a natural way. Like I don't make my videos, like I don't have a script or anything that I read off of. That's why I kind of sound like I'm stupid half the time. But anyway, yeah, I make videos for people that are normal, you know. So anyway, let me know what you think. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that have in the comments that have a lot of expensive fragrances, and that's okay. Like truly, like I wish I was in a position where I could buy them too. But I'm just thinking like you have to be like, what could we be spending our money on that's better, I guess. But then better is like, who's to say what better is, you know? just, I guess, just at the end of the day, just do what makes you feel happy, because like I mentioned all the time, none of this really fucking matters, and these fragrances are gonna not mean shit in 60 years or less. I really don't know. So just spend your money on what you want while you're alive, I guess. But also don't forget to freaking spend money on things that are not bottles of juice, you know? So anyway, I think that's it for this video. I will see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Au revoir.